initiate. It's counter
Oke guys,
initiate.
kita memasuki ke game pertama antara Smart Omega Empress melawan Bigetron Era.
Versus Bigetron Era. So Philippines representative along with Indonesian representative. Don't forget.
Casey di sini dia pakai Akai, Vival pakai Baxia, sama-sama tank jungler ya.
Okay, let's going into the land of Dawn. So far, so good.
Ini ladies nomor 1 Indo lawan ladies nomor 1 PH ladies ya.
In the first minion wave, but then again, from the Baxia, Vival is very quick and handy on the farming, and Bray here trying to pick a sneak peek here, but actually they're just going to secure onto the side of the Little Wanderer.
I mean, like, it definitely is going to be
Vivian dikasih banteng merah mah auto win guys.
It's going to be like super fast coming from these two heroes to clear wave, but Chinzy, the potential with the Farsha is with the Pharaoh Strike, right? So if the Pharaoh Strike having a really good positioning, it's gonna be a true problem. But the presence from the Keishi using the Akai is actually gonna be a very good one. But Fumi is still trying to contact back into the Ayanami, but not Ayanami being dived in by the side of Vival. But Vival unable to secure the kill, throwing some shields, but nope. Not Ayanami still survive from that one.
Okay, I really like how Fumi tried to buy time. And even so, the expert didn't really get a chance to recall and needs to go back right now. Both EXP laners are down in the low and they need to reset that security quickly. Not to mention from the bottom lane trying to build in a lot of gold. Shinoa is actually had a bit of the advantage here with a bit of a gold plating.
Definitely, it's going to be a very huge advantage for the Shinoa, but Vival starting off this objective station here, going directly towards this turtle who is going to be taking that one occasion. Definitely will have his pin along with the retribution controlling Vival, but they're not stopping. They even try to dive into the side of Smart Omega, trying to push them back despite that they are not able to take any kind of thing and just wasting some time in the middle lane.
Tanky heroes, both Matilda and the Akai tried to be the target, but then again, in the early game, a Baxia wouldn't give that much of a damage, or even Chinzy was able to follow up on that. But then again, played safe, played cool, calm and collected. And after this, Vival is actually trying to farm in, but Murray is quite aggressive and quite bold of her, knowing that there is an escape tool for that. But it'll still be a risky move if one of the initiates from Bigetron Era, like this right now, being stunned. Then again, Black Shoes are going to popping it up again with the heavy spin, pinning down on Vival. But the Feather Airstrike is too powerful, bursting down on the side of Backlight. But Vival needs to really run back for the hills. But Murray is being targeted right now. A Flicker going on for defensive. But from Smart Omega is still quite disciplined, not trying to chase down Vival. And not to mention the final slash is just going in, and a first blood purely secured by Fumi. But on the other hand, in the bottom lane, Shell has secured another kill, forcing Shinoa has to move back while Keishi is trying to sub in for the plating down there.
Yeah, stopping the plating, stopping the movement here from the side of Bigetron. They are not plating too much. I mean, like, look at the gold difference. It's not literally none. They are having the same amount of gold despite the Bigetron able to secure the first block along with the second kill right here. But here you go, Mirai with the Circle Eagle focusing over Shell, but the backup is still there. Vivian is there. And there is another backup coming up as well. So Turtle has spawned inside of the Light of Dawn. So I think they want to prepare for this, but on the top lane we are seeing the 3 members from the side of Bigetron going for the Smart Omega side, and not Ayanami. Not going to be able to survive that one.
A Feather Airstrike forced to open up just to secure a kill.
Vival kalau kena ulti Akai malah
nggak
jadi dapat lagi guys ya.
In the early, but then again, Bigetron Era pulls in the turtle to their side to secure that neutral objective that easily.
Securing the gold plate in 50% of the gold plate, despite it's only like 5 seconds more to be left out. But the purple buff has been stolen by the side of Team Bigetron Era. They are trying to picking up all of the golds, trying to pile it up, try to have the more advantage side, but Vivian opening up the bushes here, trying to seek for position of Smart Omega. Smart Omega is like very disciplined. Whenever they know that it's not going good for their side, they just like, nope, not this time. We're gonna retreat. We're gonna try back again when we have a better positioning or better competition to fight back to the side of Bigetron Era.
I do agree on that. Seeing how they play out and very disciplined on what they hold out is quite good. Fumi being in the final slash, all right in the middle, 1 versus 4 with the heavy spin popping up and all the CC just going back. With the heavy feather airstrike going, initiating the back line, then again hasn't been able to take down that much, leaving only Keishi as being the one needed to respond. And even the Bruno is quite aggressive and trying to buy in the red buff and buying a lot of time and even pushing onto the second tire.
Yeah, and I think for for Brody, Sinoa really needs the penetration. Yeah. It can be coming from the Malefic Roar, even making over the Demon Hunter Sword. Why? Because it's facing a Basha along with the Minotaur, but on the top lane, again, allows Insanity as a defense mechanism to try to clean the wave as soon as possible, so the rest of the player from Bigetron Era can retreat nicely and disciplinedly. They are not allowed to take any objective. Look at that. We saw a lot of movement, we saw a lot of skill being used, but it's only for punishment and only 3 turrets so far that has been taken care of.
And other than that, we can see from the top lane trying to burst on a lot of team fights, and a lot of people are actually up there trying to start in the turtle, but then again BTR Era has the momentum of securing down there, but then again not Ayami trying to burn down onto the side of Cheesy, but on the side of the back side here, heavy spin popped up and dived out. Then again, a resetting the turtles, so Fumi wouldn't get that much, but then again Vivol is trying to find a way to, well, pick off the export, but then again it's too tanky, and that is a risky move because they need to be on the move for the time. That's why that neutral objective needs to be secured before they
dapetin turtle lagi, Des, ya.
Neutral objective unable to be contested because Smart Omega was using all of the resources. Shinoa's ultimate, Keishi's, not Ayanami, has been used before the objective already been taken care. So it wasn't a clean idea coming from Smart Omega. Bigetron Era able to take the neutral objective because of that. But yeah, the movement coming from the Amor, it's making over the Necklace of Durance because they know that they really need to stop the growth for this Viva along with the Vivian. But look at the setup here for Rastrack. Heavy spin is being done. They are trying to set up another movement, but retreating directly after seeing a potential movement and also follow up coming from Bigetron Era. So right now, Smart Omega trying to play calmly. They really want to try to drag this game into quite late game, but I think that is not going to be a good deal here since they are facing a Vival, a Basha, a tanky hero, along with a Vivian here with the Minotaur. I think the counter initiation will be very huge, but look at that for Vivian coming in, and right in the front, Keishi is very low, drag to the side, but what will happen now? Because we are seeing the Sinoa required some damage, being pushed back by the Fire Strike, but the rest of the player from the Bigetron Era still able to manage it back, not forcing it, not overdiving the movement towards Smart Omega.
I do agree on how they pulled into the late game. It wouldn't be a fair trade for Smart Omega, knowing that Vivol will turn into the front line later on into the late game, but Amore and also not Ayami trying to find a way. Last Insanity trying to pop up again, taking it down, but Vivol is still too tanky and has been the way of being the first here. Final slash going in, one person. Ray is taken down by Shao, leaving only 3 people. Also 2, but Keishi needs to move back because of the Feather Airstrike is trying to scale up with that big of a damage. This is the moment you know that it is entering the middle game.
I love how Fumi was playing and controlling the game. Like, she's very, very aggressive, but also very tricky. Like, she's playing a lot into the movement of Smart Omega. Like, whenever they want to back off, there's another slash coming from Fumi, and Fumi just like trying to play around with them. But here you go, Circling Eagle that is being contacted by a more able to secure Chal, but in the exchange of Mirai and the Lord need to be resetted on this one. Chal is a good trade here for the side of Smart Omega.
But from Bigatron era, they choose to reset that. It's actually a pretty good thing. Because even though Mirai is down, Keishi is still enough being tanky for their exchange of the front line. But then again, they need to play it calm. They need to play it like quite safe, because then again, maybe it would be nice dragging and maybe taking down the Lord in like another minute, because it will be an enhanced Lord. It will have more benefits. It will have more big of a power in terms of Machinzi opening up with the Feather Airstrike, and a Black Shoes trying to pop in again with the final slash, and even the last Insanity popping up and taking down the Barsha. But then again, Keishi hitting down on Shell here with the Minion Fury popping in again, but Keishi is too powerful, finding a nice way of Shell, and also Vivian can move back, but they're still in a get-go here, trying to find in a way, freeing out the minion here. But okay, Fumi trying to pull in the final slash, didn't get anyone.
Mirai
play it safe, but then again the Bruno is too powerful at this.
Mendingan Lordnya biarin aja sih guys sampai level 2 ya.
The Malefic Roar
Nanggung banget, bro.
damage is just there, sis. It's just there. But you know what? Keishi is actually doing a really great job previously with the heavy spin, focusing on Chal. But the thing is, there is no follow-up damage. If there is a follow-up damage, I think it's going to be a different story for the side of Smart Omega. They might be controlling game at this moment. But 3-9 here into 12 minutes instead of the let of Dawn. It's still a pretty tight game. So far, I think like for today, this is the longest game without tons of turrets being taken care of. I mean, like, fighting over the First Lord is also a thing here, because they know how important the barrier and also the setup into taking this objective.
Okay, but resetting it 3 times was quite good.
It is.
Yeah.
They just don't want to lose the chance for taking this one, because they know, look at the turrets. They're still collecting 3 or 2. So it's a very disciplined. They are stopping the objective gameplay from the opponent's side.
But I really like how BTR just tries to like pull into their side, but then again, not trying to force it out. It's because just buying time. Yeah, they want to bait out a few expensive skills from Smart Omega, but at the same time, they need to play it very, very safe, because it's either buying out baiting out a expensive skill or just pounding it right now, just like Keishi being saved by that movement from Matilda. But then again, Shell is trying to start in. We never know that which war is going to like burst out in any second. But then again, they need to play very, very careful.
They just like, there's no commitment from Shell. Shell's just like, okay, I'm just gonna poke this Lord. I'm just gonna like trying to pull up my volley skill, so the stack will be there, but there is no commitment that I will make for this. I want to bait out, because they know that will be a very good one. They have the counter with the Minoan Fury, with the Basha, with the Tortoise Puissance here. It's just a legit discipline from Smart Omega along with Bigatron era, but here you go. I think they will try to open up the war here. The last Insanity has been popped, but look at that on Fumi taking care for not enemy, but Keishi alone on the side using the heavy skin, but there is no more Keishi, because it's been taken care of the head of Shell, but there is no more movement again, because the Lord has been taken care of in the head of Feeble. And they are not stopping there, because Mirai will be the next target. Shinoa still using the third part memory to get some kill, but Feeble is actually pretty low. But Shinoa has been taken care of.
Damn, that play is very, very nice on how you know that the last Insanity popped up was actually a very good thing, but Sally, that damage wasn't big enough given. And how the Akai tried to force in, tried to pin down Shell, but Sally, there isn't any follow-up damage to take down Cell. But what happened is, because of the Feather Airstrike, Keishi is taken down. And even if this how Vivo was so precise on getting the Lord, they have made that very, very clear that Smart Omega wouldn't get this neutral objective, and even has secured a few kills from the side of Bigetron Era. Trying to start in again, Amore has to be very, very careful because you do not want to be in the front liner here, knowing that the Lord is trying to barge in, taking the siege in the bottom lane.
Yeah. And now
Ini
the
harusnya
Lord is
bakal
still
3
marching
start
into
aja
the
guys.
15 minutes of the game here. Bigetron
Tabrak
still
game lagi,
marching
bro.
with all of the members as well. They want to bait out
Yo.
something, but Fumi diving in with
Habis
a
pin dah,
very
Jinzi.
good movement right there. Last Insanity will be collecting some of the player from Bigetron Era, but
Yalah, Fumi malah tumbang, guys.
happened towards Fumi, but Viva
Vivian.
is not stopping that. Mirai is still there, but
Kinoa
the damage
tumbang.
coming from Shinzi along with Chao is just that. Look at that
Waduh,
one, not
nice
enough.
banget, guys.
Still
Vival
having
terlalu
that
dalam.
immortality. Well, Viva
Tak ada
still
minion,
holding
guys, ya.
back and trying to defend the movement coming from the side of Smart Omega.
Okay, invading the high ground is
Misalnya udah
quite
ngamen Rose Gold,
different
gila,
here,
sakit
and
banget.
even securing a mega kill after invading all of that again. But
Ada
Vivo
strike.
is trying to start
Ya,
in
tak
that
ada
even
minion.
the
Minion
Feather
satu, minion
Airstrike
satu.
is used to zone out
Oh, nggak bisa
again.
sih, guys.
But with the last Insanity trying to pop up again, Chinzi is being here in a one, trying to find in again. Keishi here trying to pop in again, trying to save, but not Ayama's immortality has been popped off, needs to go back. Even Keishi, that tanky
belum
needs
bisa
to
kah?
be
Belum
resetting
bisa end
again
ya,
because
guys, ya.
it is too powerful. Circling Eagle trying to
GG
feed
sih.
into the side of Bigetron Era, but then again Shell is too powerful. That damage is just nasty right here.
It is a nasty movement. It is a nasty thing here coming from the side of
Kalau
Bigetron
udah
Era.
diamankan oleh
Again,
Shinzi, boy.
Shinzi using the Winter Truncheon here on the list. But look at that one, not Ayanami using the last Insanity to try to flip up.
Vivian.
Try to giving a punishment towards
Udah.
Bigetron Era, but not Ayanami is the one that's being punished.
Waduh,
Despite the
Vivian-nya.
Vivian is the exchange for Smart Omega side. But still, the minion is there. They're able to secure 2 base turrets and half of the HP of the base itself. So Bigetron Era right now leading
Lord
by
yang
goal,
kedua, guys,
leading
ya.
by movement. The Lord, the second Lord.
Si Lordnya malah si
Here in the
level
lineup.
2 guys.
As a merchant, they didn't even wait for the 18-minute mark.
Nah, dia
So
reset
it's
dulu.
just like, okay, I
They
don't
just
want to
wanna
wait.
poke, I
Yeah,
think.
they just want to poke. It will be the same thing, the same strategy, but I am going to count how many lords that they're trying to walk, move, and back here. Okay, we can see from the item build is actually quite balanced here. Even though Bigetron Era has more full lead here. But then again, we can also see the Arlet has put on the Thunderbelt and also a few defense items, and even the Bruno has set up for the crit, and it is in full build. So that's why we know why Bigetron Era was so powerful just onto that marksman. The problem is you need that good of a positioning not to be taken off or even blasted down from not Ayami. But then again, BTR trying to budge in again, forcing that last Insanity to pop off, and even not single Viraga armor is trying to pop in again. Michi trying to jump in, but from the side of Fumi and also Vivian needs to be very careful. Not to mention that Murray tried to initiate onto the side of BTR Era, but
Vivalnya
then
dapat,
again,
guys.
the heavy spin and also the deny retribution didn't really get, but Shinoa is swiped away with the final
Langsung perang
slash
lagi,
with
bro.
the Feather Airstrike trying to pop in again with the Minion Fury, getting in onto the side of 3 people, but even more needs to move back. Fumi leaving only 1 person, but even not Ayami needs to move back, regen that health and also that Viraga armor because the Lord is coming in.
Lord
Lord
coming
yang
in, look
dipancing
at that one. Keishi trying to hold it up. Last Insanity, giving plenty of damage, but Lord still going on. Still
Kalau
there.
dengan
Vivian
Immortal.
trying to dive in. Keishi almost been picked off right there, but look at
Lordnya, guys.
Matilda. They're trying so hard to stop the movement from Bigetron. And they did. The clearing of the minions, the presence that they are giving, the
Aduh, belum
movement,
bisa end ya,
and
guys, ya.
even the
GG sih.
punishment towards Bigetron Era. Are they going to be able to survive this one? Not Ayanami. Still
GG,
using
guys.
plenty of
Vival.
things, plenty of skills to stop and
Iyalah,
Vival.
immortality
Big
pecah
push
sih itu,
back
guys.
here,
Yeah.
but the minion is there though. Are they gonna be trying to go all in
Merah
and
aja tumbang.
focus over the base? Because I think
Vival
that
gak ada
would
yang
be
nyelamatin,
a best
bro.
option, but Vival is the one that being picked up, but the
Udah sih
base.
guys ya.
Oh,
Itu
oh,
iya
Minion is
Tuhan
still
tipis
there, though.
banget
Minion
lu
is still
base-nya.
there, but no.
Yeah.
Ih.
without people,
Wah,
I don't think
guys,
they will go for it.
2 kali loh guys ya.
Right?
Banget ini ya dari PH ini ya. Boleh lah.
Knowing that Bigatron Era needs to play that of a disciplined game, they need to hold in back, trying to find a good way to secure this win, because if once the tides are turned, it will be a very expensive game.
It is, because it's 20 minutes. But I thought with 1 kick maybe, or 2 kick coming from Chal towards that base, it might be over for Smart Omega.
I think it's just too far how the X-Borg tried going all in, bursting down with the last
and the clearing of the minion.
Yeah, because of that minion was cleared, that wagon minion in the end is actually the key of Bigatron Era not trying to force it in. But then again, with that much of a burst, even the Viraga armor from not Ayami is just chipped down like that.
18-6 here. 21 minutes into the game, and it's 40 seconds for the third port to appear inside of the land of Dawn. Sky of the Guardian helmet in the hand of Fumi with 3-1 and 10. With 13 participation over 18 totals. I think like Vivian have a really good combination. Like Sovar, Vivian, Fumi was working really well here with both of them forcing Smart Omega to try and bait them to use some skills. And Vivian was like, okay, I'm gonna try to stand back, wait for anyone that wants to jump in and try to punish the players. I bet like, this is 21 minutes, so everyone has the full item already. But going for the late game situation, it's all depend on how they are trying to open up a war. How is the setup? How they are counter-reacting over that? Are they gonna be
mungkin Lord penentuan ya guys ya. Kalau sampai kok 3 kali Bigatron nggak bisa end, ini termasuk ngeri sih Smart Omega guys. Lah, what the hell, kepancing bro. Wah, gak ada happy spin mah sulit guys buat kontes Lord ya. Kecuali kalau mau perang cuy.
Move it very nice and quickly, but even though it's actually a bit of a stun, but Vivo being in the front line again, bursting up with the last insanity, popping up, didn't really get anyone right in the shell. Minion Fury popping up, and a nice way up from the final slash, taking on, leaving Smart Omega, only 4 players left.
Oke, saya punya happy spin nggak? Kalau punya happy spin masih bisa kontes sih guys.
Biggest damage dealers are actually being chased by the EXP lane from the Bigatron Era. It's actually going down
sama
here.
Fumi, cuy.
Forced to pop up as a defensive move by Murray here. Immortality popping off again, trying to take him down.
Tumbang, guys.
But with Vivian
Itu jatuhan,
Fumi,
wanjay, waduh, kelas.
Shinji dapat, securing that.
Wah, tipis sih guys itu guys.
Waduh,
Fumi, kalem aja.
It's just too bit of a tank.
Oh gila, itu tadi Sinnoh kalau nggak beli Immortal udah pasti turu ya guys ya.
The immortality has
tinggal 2 doang dan lawan 6 guys, jelas tidak bisa guys ya. Jadi game pertama diamankan oleh Bigatron Era cuy. Udah pasti ya guys ya.
Oh my god, this might be
Bigatron Era mana counter guys. Ladies Indo aja yang kuat-kuat gak ada yang bisa cuy. Dulu sih bisa RRQ, cuma kan turun ke final lower bracket ya.
And still 20 seconds from midway, and also Keishi to be turned back into the land of Dawn.
Masih berlanjut guys.
For not Ayanami. Last insanity has been
guys ya. X-Borg-nya tumbang, Vivian for nothing. Tuh, caranya malah tumbang. Tapi aman sih. Tinggal Amore doang, nggak bisa bro. Triple kill Shinji ya. Oke guys, terima kasih semuanya. Kita lanjut aja ke game yang kedua guys ya, karena ini best of 3 series bro. Bye bye.